Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup featuring two teams who both came away with wins a week ago and know it should be a good battle today. It's the Broncos going up against the Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now D'Angelo Henderson, the rookie from Coastal Carolina. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now Manuel. And Cook has it, left side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Manuel. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It wasn't third and long. It was more like third and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense plan for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On the carry is Henderson. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
In motion right is Thomas. Again, it's Henderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. They go play action here on 1st down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
The slot man in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Henderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
10 yards still left on second down. Here's Wilson to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Seth Roberts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll run with Henderson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's 2 of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down, the run with Lynch. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now Henderson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just about on his own goal line. Taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. So the Broncos coming out now. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's to his rookie tight end, Jake Butt. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the ground. This time Lynch. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Lamar, Brendan Langley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Martin, and they'll get him down here at the 23. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Sanders. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the wideout in motion. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he is knocked down from the side at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. It's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tahir Whitehead in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, just 1 yard to go. Now Manuel to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Manuel. Throw left side complete. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On the handoff, Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back now in the East Bay. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. The former Cal Bear now, C.J. Anderson on the carry. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
On the ground, it's Lynch. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They run again on first down. Lynch. Space to run past the 20. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one good for 33 and a first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. 1st and goal. give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. You get a tight end like this, and he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Benny Fowler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
On the give, this is Lynch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Washington. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And Sanders now to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Here's Wilson throwing after the interception. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fowler. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. One last shot for Wilson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead.